Yo, what's up everyone? Liam Catterson here. We're on episode number 2 of the 100th season 4, which is called Heavy Lies the Crown. Yeah, the first episode, should I say, of season 4 kicked things off to a really interesting start after the fallout of the finale of season 3. Echo came back. Everyone snapped back into normality with some feelings of regrets. Especially Jaha, which I said in the last episode, he was the main focus considering he was Ali's biggest supporter through the whole City of Light situation. But it was very interesting to see returning faces like Rowan, considering Rowan got shot, and you thought, okay, well, if that's it for him, then oi. But he came back. Clark & Co. saved his life, and he's basically caretaker of the throne. So that's going to be very interesting, considering part of Arcadia is sticking behind to ensure no shenanigans goes down and that Rowan keeps his butt on the throne. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes now. Bellamy and Clark are now going back to try and find a solution to try and save the world, because as we saw in that final scene, things are not going to look good if we can't save the world, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, this is episode number 2 of season 4 for the 100. The extended reaction should be on Patreon. Let's go. Oh, 9 days earlier. It's a butterfly! Pretty butterfly. Look, is it the same one that Octavia encountered?
Do it.
Oh, I thought we were done with you. No. Go away.
Take him in, Naman.
No. Put the knife to your own throat.
I was done with this bitch. Shit. This is painful. The City of Light situation's still painful to this day. Oh wait, is that... Hey! Go, Gabby! Go, Cabby! Oh my god! I love that!
Tell everybody the truth as soon as we have a viable solution. Without one, it'll start a panic.
You don't know.
Bellamy's got a point there, to be fair, but yeah, what's Monty
What are you
got?
talking about?
Think. Alpha Station survived for 97 years.
People did panic.
Through elevated radiation levels and extreme temperature fluctuations. Sound familiar? All we have to do is patch up the ship.
Ooh!
We're standing in our viable solution.
We just have to get our kick started again. Awesome.
Behind the wall of your old bedroom?
Huh?
Don't leave me hanging, man. Just...
Kind of there, but...
music to my ears.
I just...
Hey,
Jasper's on a bit
you
of
want
a...
a hug?
See, that's the thing. Jasper's on a bit of an edge. He's riding out into the sunset. But I'm here for this Monty, Jasper.
Blueprint for the hydro generator.
Our friends. Our families.
I don't like it any more than you do. But Bellamy's right. We need that machine.
If we need to, then conflict might... Oh! Well, like now? Oh, shit. Show the sign! Show the sign! You got issues. Oh boy.
People died from Sector 5 in the culling when you sucked the air out of their lungs.
42. Would you like to know that name?
It's the meaning of life. Ironic enough.
Wait. We could use the help. You do know he made me cut my wrist to force your mom to take the chip, right?
I don't blame her for being a bit
He searched
difficult.
for the City of Light. He brought Ali.
Let's go.
I'd like a look at the generator. I don't know. Oh boy.
Riley?
Oh, the slaves from the arcade. Oh shit!
Only the machine. The rest is ours.
Oh boy, this is testing.
Skyco's trying to stop it.
My king, they're lying to you. They'd say anything
Oh
to
boy!
save themselves. Let me prove it to you. Send me to Arcadia.
Piss off.
Your only concern now should be helping me win.
What, so you can
Once I do,
assist in blowing that place up again? Like,
prove
Mom.
my trust in what it has deserved.
Shouldn't you also credit us for destroying it? After everything we've suffered, why spill
What's what?
more blood? The clans are
Yeah,
stronger
what?
together.
Why
You
protect
see, Ilya,
something when you
the
if you
king
destroy
can't
it? Yeah.
fight, or his minions wouldn't be here trying to stop us.
For crying out loud.
Do you think this coward would give a crap about your family?
Since you landed here, your people have done nothing but rip our world apart.
I can't just go to them with no solutions. People will panic.
Ah, I see.
Don't want
I
something
spoke
similar
at the
happening.
council that sent 100 kids to die on the ground.
Jasper's drinking that like it's tea. The tea is spilling. Holy shit! I mean, this is mental.
But we need to think of the big picture. 25 people instead of 500. We're talking about the
That's just
human
a
race,
few.
Bellamy. We need to get this machine back to
The
Arcadia.
lives
It's
of
the
the
only
many.
way.
What? Oh.
It's 2 to 2. Your call, Bellamy. What's it gonna be?
I would take the generator. But then again, oh my god. Why do I feel like he's gonna go for the slaves? Can't they just come back?
No!
Oh! Oh, what? Oh, shit! Kill them? No, they kill you. Oh. Oh, shit. Are you gonna kill him? Holy shit. Is Monty just giving them the worst death than... Holy fuck.
Raven? Raven, you here?
Oh, this is a tricky decision, because I wouldn't want this... Oh.
We don't need that for a winter storm or to protect us from a ground attack.
What would I have done?
Heavy lies the crown.
Hey, it's the title of the episode!
I know the burden of keeping a secret. You think it's going to destroy your people.
You locked me up.
It's been there.
You floated my father.
And now you understand why. No leader starts out wanting to lie. We make the best decisions that we can with the information that we have. Then hope that there is a forgiving God.
Holy shit. You know that talk that Abby says they're not kids anymore? Literally, Clark isn't. She's in this similar predicament.
Your necklace.
It's a moving on thing, isn't it? Oh. Can't have put she's always gonna, Jigsaw's gonna be a part of Abby. Octavia?
You can't. Tashanuku will have its justice. Never before.
Oh my shit! In the brain is what? Oh, ear, still the brain. Octavia, I fucking love you. Oh, she cleaned it as well.
Long live the king.
I don't care, I love Octavia. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Hopefully carry on, Comheader. Let's show them how clear. Let us begin.
This is the thing though, Octavia doing what she did.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I shouldn't encourage this because...
So Singera.
You bitch. You bitch. But it could cause some fractures and maybe conspiracies to further opposers of Rowan, but...
Yeah, you're not the only one who has to live with your call. As usual.
Well, go tell them. Go tell Riley I should have left them to die.
Okay. How many of us will the ship's
I mean...
the hydro generator?
No more than 100.
It's plan B, though, isn't it? Oh, boy.
What am I supposed to tell the people now?
The truth.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Alpha Station is that way. Every single one of us will survive on this ship. It won't be easy.
Try and do
Raven
Clark.
needs volunteers if we're gonna get it ready in time. It'll be a lot of work, but now you understand why we need to do it.
You wanted workers, you got them.
Hope delivers. Inspires.
Everyone, to the hangar bay. Now.
Save what we can save today.
That was the message that Bellamy went through. Save who we can save today. The future's another universe. Oh, I don't know though. I mean, I want to say Bellamy did kind of the right thing, and what he did might have some relevancy if we do manage to find a solution that will save the world. But I don't know. I mean, see, this is the problem with me, because seeing those slaves and seeing how broken they were, seeing how helpless, my heart would just absolutely root for them anyways, but at the same time, there's no guarantee that there will be a fix to saving the world. And the hydro generator was was a viable plan. Well, I think they gave it 5 years, and without it, they won't last a year. So, yeah, I have no idea. I'm gonna have a little think about that, because that's the thing, though. I don't think I agree with what Bellamy did. Because it's always the case of the lives of the many outweigh the lives of the few, I guess. But it all goes back to Bellamy's thing. We save who we can save today. And this show, honestly, has this nice influence on questioning what is right. And I think this is a big, big question at the end of the day. Like, what is a really, like, this is a really, really big decision, because there's slaves who can save today, and hope that there's another way around the hydro generator. Or you can take a guaranteed, part of plan B and waste 25 lives, I guess. Hoi. So yeah, I mean, it was a couple of minutes, but I think ultimately now, that I think about it, I mean, like I said, in the long run, Bellamy's decision will probably be noble, but in any case, I think Bellamy might have done the right thing. It's shitty to say, because we've now wasted an opportunity for Plan B to come into effect if we can't save the world. Because we have to remember, Clark has made this priority B. This is a backup plan if we cannot save the world. But even then, it's prolonging your demise. I mean, that's life in general. We're always finding ways to prolong, not to get too dark here, people, so, yeah, but we are finding ways to prolong our demise. Like, if there's if like we have a weak heart, we'll find ways to prolong our lives and all of that. And that is the case. But you know, the radiation is not a pleasant way to die, and that's what they will get. So they will have a bit more time, but they can only last 4 more years, can't they? Because I think there was that talk we won't last a year. Well, 4 years and a bit, but we won't last a year without it. It can compared to its survival of 5 years, and you have to think about the fact that it was around 100 years anyways before the Earth became habitable again. So, in any case, it's a lose-lose situation. Just the 5-year thing is a bit more time, isn't it? At the end of the day, and it's not like once the radiation hits, they could go out to farm station again and find another. Unless they had I don't know. I think that would work, but yeah, it would. But I don't think they have that in Alpha. So yeah, it's not like they can pop over and even then they need a bit of air anyway. So yeah, it's a pretty. See, this is the thing though. I mean, it's usually the lives of the many outweigh the lives of the few. I get that. But you're fucked either way at the end of the day, I feel. So I do have a feeling that this is a really, really big decision that will create a lot of controversy. Because you on one hand, it's literally this or that. You either save 25 slaves, or you save hundreds of people. Well, you extend the lives of hundreds of people if this thing goes south. If Plan A goes south, you extend their life for a few more years. I don't know though. I mean, I would have tried to find a way, like, for them to go back. Because I think they even said something where we could find a backup. I don't know, but I wish there was a way for them to take the hydro generator back, then come back to farm station, and then sort out the slave situation. That's what I would have done, but you know, never follow me anyways. I make bad decisions all the time. But that's the thing though. I mean, you can't resist the slaves, because especially seeing how broken they are and how hurt and everything. It's and plus Bellamy, we have to think about Bellamy's character anyways. Not just the fact that he's trying to make amends for him siding with Pike, but his quote, "We save who we can save today." Whilst we're focusing on the future's another universe, and we have two sides to this. We can either save the world and make sure that everyone, including the Grounders, lives, or we try to find ways on prolonging our demise. So it's not like, I think they've even established that, and they've accepted, well, a prolonging status with the hydro generator is better than just dying. A few more years is better, basically. But and that's what they have to go with, really. But like I said, I can't really blame Bellamy in a sense. It seems controversial at first, because I was like, well, this is Plan B and you might need this. But I think thinking things over, saving the slaves might, I mean, in the long run, it's probably going to work out for the better. So yeah. But we have to focus in the present, don't we? So yeah, and that's why I'm thinking, well, saving the slaves might do some justice, because there might be backup reasons, and you can't blame what Bellamy's going through in his head, I think, because of in the end of the day, I know there's going to be, the comment section on this is going to be absolutely juicy. It always is with the 100, but this is what I'm saying. This is a really, really big decision. You either save 25 slaves and say, screw you to the few years extension, potentially, or you save the hydro generator and give people a bit more time to prepare for their inevitable demise. It's time not all the same anyway, so they've got that opportunity to survive. But it's going to be juicy to visit these comment sections. Yeah, I think I would have chosen probably the slaves, because, like I said, I mean, my humanity in me just couldn't resist that, and I think, for me, I think I would probably spend a bit more time well, then again, you have to think about others, but I personally would spend a bit more time panicking about a few more years, and it would be like, just get it over with, because in any case, they're not going to be able to survive anyways, so it's lose-lose at the end of the day. Yeah, but it does suck, but we just got to find another way. And I love how juicy it got, not just for Bellamy's decision and what to do with the slaves and the hydro generator, but for Clark as well, because she was in that predicament, wasn't she? And those who follow history tend to repeat. I can't remember what the quote is. I haven't got time to memorize that. No, but she is literally repeating history and is in a bit of a rut because she's burdened with this thing. Like, what do I tell these people? And she could have gone the way of Jake, where he told people, oh, well, we're fucked, basically. But she had, and it's like Abby had to let go of a part of Jake in this episode, as we saw at the end. Same with Clark. Clark had to basically disregard what Jake was doing, considering the fact that she thought what Jake was doing was right. And now she's in this similar situation, and she basically says, I promise, pinky promise, that every one of you will survive what's going to happen. And there's no guarantee there, but she's got that drive at the end of the day. And it's so interesting, considering how Raven is going the way, which I really, really loved the scenes, even though they're clashing again, in a sense. I love the Raven and Clark scenes. Considering they're both having similar authority tasks, where Clark is doing her best to make sure everything is saved, even the grounders and all of that, but Raven is taking no chances and is focusing her priorities on Arcadia, Alpha Station. But yeah, I mean, it was really, really great to see Clark in that predicament, and even realizing that what was happening on the Ark is it's basically similar history, and she turned to Jaha for advice, which is really, it was really, really eerie as well. So yeah, to come to Jaha, especially with the fact that people are still, I love the rant that Raven did give off to Jaha about the fact that it wasn't just the fact that you were influenced under the City of Light, you went on this journey. I'm surprised she hasn't mentioned about, I don't think she knows about the fact that there had to be sacrifices, like Jaha throwing people off the boat. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna be lectured for that too, but she has a point. He was the one that made this, so whilst we have this grounder shit going on with our people, come on, Murphy, let's find the City of Lights. So he was the one that led people to this difficult journey, and it was a very, very difficult journey that turned into an even more difficult circumstance because Ali fucked everything up. And I really, really that beginning scene with that grounder who had to kill his own brother and then see his mother die because we saw Ali back again. Oy, oy, oy. Although it did look a bit more CGI, like, I don't think the actress would return, I don't know if they filmed an extra part when she was doing season 3 of The 100, or if they said, oh, so can you do this thing, like, CGI it? Because she did look a bit, her appearance looked a bit more animated, if you get what I mean. Like, it was, like, as if she was CGI'd in. So yeah, that was kind of off-putting for me because it looked a bit more glossier, her appearance. So yeah, but yeah, I really, really liked everything that came down with Raven and the Clark scenes, because they have different goals, like I said. But yeah, Clark in a similar position. It does suck for Clark, because this is not a position, there's different terrains, and it's not a position that she thought she'd wanted, that she'd be in, but here we are, the world's coming to an end, and she has to make hard decisions about what to do. Do I hold this truth in from everyone, because this might start a panic, and Arcadia might come into more ruin and all of that. Well, it's going to come into more ruin anyways, because Echo's apparently on her way to Arcadia. So yeah, which we'll get to in a minute, because I want to talk about Rowan and all of that. But yeah, it was really, really fun to see Clark in this bit of predicament all episode long, even having a bit of a lecture from Jasper, who absolutely spilled the tea. Like I said, though, I don't blame Clark from holding this in, because it, like I said, it might create that panic. But I mean, I would have a right to know, because it might inspire hope, and that's what, like, if you word it right, should I say, which Clark did at the end of the day. Yeah, sure, she had a bit of she had to orchestrate some things, like, oh, you're gonna all swear, we just need to have a bit of hope given to you, so do this, do that, all that shit. But we won't get, I think this is the thing, though, because Raven was a bit complaining about the fact that she only had a handful of volunteers, which was not going to get the job done, and yeah, things might move a bit quicker potentially if more people are in the know, so people would have to know, I guess, and I don't know, I kind of enjoyed Jasper spilling the tea a bit, but also I can't blame Clark at the end of the day. This is the thing, though, there's controversial decisions that characters have, like Bellamy in this episode. And sometimes, for me, I feel with this show, I can see a two-way street. Like, nobody's in the wrong. But there's that aspect of you can't blame this character for saying this, and you can't blame this character for holding this, for certain reasons. So, yeah, and plus, you have to think that Clark, like I said, she's in a bit of a rut. Does she do what her father does, or does she... because that's the thing, she's always been inspired by Jake, and yeah, it's just a bit of a difficult decision, so yeah. And like Clark, Abby did let go of Jake in this episode with the ring scene, so I think that was a nice bit of symbolism to what Clark was going through in this episode. Octavia, bloody hell, I love her. I bloody love her. We had that guy who was wanting to face Rowan, but he didn't get the chance to face him because Octavia struck after not letting go, because of course we have to protect Rowan on the throne, and there was a few skeptics who wanted to challenge Rowan, and Kane and co tried to influence them to not have any part of this, and they weren't having any of it, so Octavia gave a more harsher method on trying to put them out of commission, and boy, she did. Not that but I've got to say, I'm loving this more ruthless. I think there's something that's hatched after Lincoln's death from Octavia in terms of her new ruthlessness, because she went straight in for Pike, and some would say that this vengeance or this aggression has created some stubborn decisions, like what happened in the final episode, because she was more fixated on damaging Pike, and that didn't really bode well against the people who were influenced by Ali by getting into Polis. So yeah, but I'm loving this new direction, this new well, I guess you could say blood must have blood. Well, I guess no. Well, this new vengeance, or this new aggression that is channeling through Octavia, because it's just very, very feisty, and I love Octavia as a warrior anyways, and this Octavia has no fucking chill whatsoever. Rowan as well in this episode was really, really interesting, considering the fact that, as we've just said, there were people who wanted to fight him, and people were like, dude, you're fucked up. You need someone to take your place. And I have to agree. It's like that. It's like that. Siding with both decisions. Like, I can understand why Rowan wants to fight. It's that loyalty he has and that nobility, and he doesn't want to, I guess, shy away from, being a strong leader, and I don't know if I can say if he's a bit worried about the fact about how people will see him if he had someone replace him, but he did express his concerns that it won't look good for you if I have someone fill in for me, because there's already a bit of strain anyways. So that's going to create more strain as well. But at the same time, you agree with Abby and co saying, let Echo take your place and all of that, because, well, Rowan is basically, screw it, it's like, go and see a doctor, isn't it, if you're ill, and, someone's basically saying, it's fine, I'll shrug it off and that, because there are people who do that, and, yeah, I probably would be the same if something very dangerous happened to me, because it's like, it'll pass through, I don't want any surgery or whatever, so I don't want anything bad to come of this, and that's the thing with Rowan, he doesn't want anything bad to come of this, in terms of someone replacing him, because of the fact that there are a few skeptics out there anyways, and there might be a few voices crying out further in terms of what Octavia did, because it's no coincidence that someone who wanted to challenge Rowan has been killed on, I guess, the day that he was supposed to fight him. It's like, not coincidental at all. I mean, even that guy who killed his brother and watched his mother die, had a hunch that Octavia was in this, and yeah, Octavia giving him a friendly reminder not to get too involved there. So yeah, Octavia, bloody hell, I don't, like I said, I just absolutely love what this season is showing from her. But yeah, like I said, it was a very, very decisive episode in terms of characters. Clark not sure what to do in terms of this truth, and the people at Arcadia having no idea what's gonna come. So yeah, as well as the fact that she's stuck with what to do morality wise. Like, does she follow Jake's orders, or like, what is going, like, that's what's going through her head. Like, God, this is what was going on through the arc, wasn't it? So yeah, but honestly, I absolutely loved this. I love the fact that Monty didn't succumb to that pressure from Brian, because Brian was influenced, because we returned to the area where Monty's father died at. And I'm glad he didn't succumb to that pressure, because Brian was influencing, okay, well, they need to be rid of, because they killed your dad, the same Murphy, Monty. I don't know. Anyways, like I said, that's basically what Brian said. Hey, Monty, they killed your papa, so you might want to get a bit of vengeance. And once the chief was vulnerable, he gave him the option to kill him. So what Monty did was give the slaves a bit of retaliation rather than his own hand, because that's not what Monty is. And I was like, Monty, don't. I mean, it sucks, but you're better than this, and if you want to take revenge, don't let someone pressure you into that by thinking it's the right thing. So yeah, he decided what was best, which was allow the slaves to take advantage of that chief after what he's done to the slaves. So I really like that from Monty, how he was stuck in a bit of predicament, because this was an uncomfortable episode for him. And I'm glad that he got his time to shine. So yeah. But yeah, it was a great episode, like I said, and a very decisive one. Very difficult in terms of what characters want to do. And like I said, I think the comment section is going to be absolutely juicy in terms of what they were doing in regards of the slave and the hydro generator scenario. So yeah, very, very interesting things to come for this show. Like, now that the hydro generator has been destroyed, we've got to find out a new way, because there's no guarantee that Clark's word is going to hold truth. That, like I said, she had to basically orchestrate part of her speech to inspire hope. So yeah, but yeah, I enjoyed that, so it was a really, really great episode. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!